Sarah, what have you done?
Kerrigan, the die you cast. This is the last day. Your swarm darkens the sky of any planet.
Forget Minsk. Forget all of it.
When we are done here, I will return to my people and accept their judgment.
Command, we've found Kerrigan. She's holed up in a Zerg base.
I made my peace long ago.
Consider it done. For ire. Indeed.
Welcome, 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 welcome. It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. It is time to make sure that Friday doesn't go on too long. So we are going to have a special match tonight in our FSL Season 7 between Neutrophil and KJ Freedom. Can you all hear me?
I can.
Yep.
All right, excellent. This has been a great week because this was the week that I finally tried to tally up and use all the store reward program goodies and gift cards that I've been piling up before they expire. And look, here, it spins. It was free too. Yeah, sorry, I'm fidgeting again. But yeah, we've got quite a few matches coming up. We are getting very close to the end of the season, and we are putting together our playoff brackets, figuring out where everything stands. One other thing, BlizzCon's coming up, and yeah, StarCraft was not completely forgotten. There is a t-shirt connected with BlizzCon. I've been actually debating with some of the people on the StarCraft lore Discord what the heck that is that's grabbing that energy drink. But yeah, Zerg Rush, Fast Your Thirst. How about that? All right. Here, actually, one other thing. I was going to ask Matheson. Matheson, what does Zerg Rush taste like? It says, hi, Counterfeit Penny.
You may wanna re-ask that because Matheson will ignore 30% of messages in case it gets busy, and you just happen to fall in the 30%.
Oh man, I don't want to be in the 30% here. Matheson.
Oh no, that's not forever. It's just each time
what
you
does
ask.
Zerg Rush taste like? This is High Counterfeit Penny again. Different emoji each time. Anyway, while we're waiting on that, how's everyone doing? Neutrophil, what have you been up to?
I skipped a club meeting, and I just got back from practice, so
Okay.
yeah, I'm ready to play.
Practicing what?
Cross country.
Okay, wow. Hardcore. You had a chance to shower and change?
Not yet.
Oh, wow. Hardcore. And KJ, how you been?
Good, yeah.
All right.
Not bad.
Oh, here's
at all.
Matheson's reply. Well, I'm not sure about the taste, but I bet it's a mix of victory and cheese. I like that. All right. So let me just double check. Do we have our map picks yet? Almost all of them. Looks like it's Neutrophil's turn. I'm going to show
There it
everyone the
is.
stream, the map selection. All right, we are going to be starting on Ancient Cistern, then Neo-Humanity, and if it goes there, we'll be doing Gressven. All right, Neutrophil, how likely do you think this is going to go to Game 3?
Very. I don't know. I don't feel like it's going to be close.
Okay, well, we will find out one way or another. You two know each other fairly well, right? You've met, right?
I think so.
Yeah,
Okay.
about 18 years.
Okay, yeah. So, not quite as long as the original StarCraft existed, but a whole lot longer than StarCraft 2 has been out. So, let's see what that amounts to. I'm going to start create the custom game. And of course, I've always got to scroll a little bit more now that we can't just say ladder maps. Luckily, we are starting with the map in the A's. Alright, here we go. Any last words before we move on to the battlefield?
Good luck, good luck.
Okay. Have fun, everyone. See you soon. Alright. Neutrophil is ready. Protoss versus Terran right now. KJ Freedom is playing Terran since he considers it to be his least masterful race, but I believe he's in master for all of them, so let's find out. There we are. And here we are. We are going to start right here. In the bottom left, we have our yellow Terran. He is
KJ Freedom.
And in the upper right, his opponent. He is the Pink Protoss. His name is
Neutrophil.
And we are off. Ooh, Neutrophil. Scouting right after dropping that first pylon. KJ putting down a supply depot and the barracks, as you'd expect. On the other side, we do have a gateway opening. So yeah, these two, they know each other very well. You'd think they were related. Oh. Good old technique. Putting down a partial supply depot, so he doesn't have to commit the SCV, but can still block it. However, the probe is inside here, and this is a big enough main in these maps that you can potentially hide something over on the side. Meanwhile, though, the probe can just tickle the SCVs, make them, Oh, wow, do you think he's gonna get him? Good strategy going to the refinery, because while they're in the refinery, they are not vulnerable. So that cuts down on how much opportunity there is to snipe them down. Cybernetics core on the way. Ooh, and this... Yep, there we go. He got it! There's the little probe that could. He takes out the yellow SCV. That is a probe with a kill on it. And ooh, two. Yeah, enough. KJ isn't doing. Oh, he is retreating the SCV. But I want to see the 2-kill probe. Let's do it. Oh, look at KJ with the repair, denying it, and this Reaper is going to be the death of that probe. Neutrophil is expanding. And so is KJ, so standard safe economic builds. The Reaper is going to head over here and take a look at what's going on this side of the map. Meanwhile, ooh, the Stalker isn't going to automatically attack it unless it gets pulled away from those unbuildable rocks. There goes the Reaper. He's going to see if he can avenge that SCV by killing off one of the probes, but the Stalker has something to say about that. He is going to sit back. He is going to heal up. combat drugs, I think it's called. Here we go. Nothing worse than trying to attack move and accidentally attacking those unbuildable rocks. It is not unusual to go to the trouble of just getting rid of them. The reason they're there, by the way, is so you can't just kind of form an easy pylon wall to block the bottom of the ramp. I do love that they're both rocking the classic skins for, I believe they're, their main buildings, often called the town halls, and the workers as well. This is Brood War style SCVs and command center. This is Brood War style probe and nexus. We'll see what other, oh, here we go. Reaper versus Sentry. Both of them fairly low damage when all comes down to it. Oh, but what do we have here? We have more Reapers. So far, yeah, 3 barracks.
Game pause.
Oh, hotkey. Maybe you switch computers or Windows profiles. And yeah, in the meantime, I think I'm going to take my camera off here, so we can just focus on them and not me under the strain of observing. Yeah, that's better. I'm the referee here, so only I can unpause. Can't switch this around, but I believe that Freedom is going to try to throw Neutrophil off with a good number of Reapers. I don't think this is intended to end the game at this point, since Neutrophil already has units out, but he can potentially slow down some buildings, he can snipe some workers, maybe even prevent them from expanding. I'm assuming by hotkey he means he needs to update the hotkeys in his profile. Looks like he is hard at work. I'm weird. I'm an old tryhard from the Brood War era where I feel too proud to actually change the hotkeys at all. I don't know why that is. I do know, but it's hard to explain. I'm a stubborn guy, and if in the early days you weren't allowed to change hotkeys, why should I be doing it now in StarCraft 2 or StarCraft Remastered? But honestly, and to be very fair, the position of a lot of the keys leaves a lot to be desired. Okay. Okay.
The battle rages once more.
But yes, for instance, P for patrol is way on the other side of the keyboard. And the camera hotkeys, F5, F6, F7, F8. That's stuff you use a lot of. Oh, anyway, enough about that. Here come Stalkers and Reapers. But KJ is not laying off the Reapers, by the way. He has more coming. And they can maneuver around, they can jump up and down cliffs, they are very fast moving. They can use their grenades to bump things out of the way. And potentially they can even focus down enemy stalkers, so we will see what he has in mind. He is transitioning a bit. He has Stimpack just about to complete, a Marauder, and a few Marines in production. Stalkers are heading back to the natural, and we are going with Blink. Neutrophil is pretty good with this. Okay, here we go. Here is the welcoming committee for those Reapers. He has to try to focus them down. And look at this, more Stalkers in the bottom. I think he's going to lose a Stalker, yes. Here comes Guardian Shield, lasts just a tiny bit longer than it used to, and you'd be surprised the difference that makes. In the meantime, here is a Tastelope. Alright, Reapers are going to heal up. They don't need medevacs to heal, they just need to spend a little bit of time without taking any damage. Combat shields, halfway done. Ooh, and here's Blink, just about to complete. That can be very handy. Alright, here we go. He's going to attack them when they retreat. He's going to try to blink right on top of them. Let us... Oh! That grenade bounced around. Look at that! Look at that! Caught between a rock and a stalker place right there. Reapers can hop up and down cliffs, but they cannot jump over enemy units, that's for sure. Here we go, Neutrophil. Fairly intimidating army. Honestly, their army supply is even, but these stalkers are pretty strong, and he can keep blinking the wounded ones back. However, we do have a good Marine Marauder combo. However, again, with the Warp Prism and Blink, he can go where the infantry isn't, and he can keep warping in more guys if he wants to as well. I'm guessing he's going to be fairly cautious here. Yep, hops right out. Oh, one of them just went down. Another couple of them are pretty badly injured with health that they will not be recovering. Stalkers prancing around all in pink. It's very beautiful. Oh, is this lagging? I'm not seeing any lag here. On my own system here. Let's see if lowering the graphics a little bit helps. Back home, what is this? Alright, medevac's loading up. And let me know if the stream is running a little bit better with the graphics settings lowered down. Medevacs are taking the long way around because the more out of the way it is, less chance there is you get spotted. What? I'm trying to figure out. It seems like there's some damage being done here and there. KJ takes his third. Neutrophil, meanwhile, has been mining from his third for quite a while. So I think what's going to happen here is this infantry force is going to attack at about the same time the drop takes place. Well, actually the drop's coming a bit early. There are a couple stalkers and a sentry waiting for them, but not much else. You can warp stuff in. Stalker is down there, moving ahead. I kind of wonder whether he was accidentally rallying stalkers earlier. But look at this. They're going to be able to depower pretty quickly if they want to. However, these zealots are keeping them busy. Psionic Storm going down. That was an excellent hit. More zealots chasing down the enemy units. KJ, both with the medevacs and the ground army, has to run for it. And look at Neutrophil. 160 to supply to 108. He might be able to finish this off. I know he was playing it coy and saying that he didn't think this would go the distance, but then again, I don't think I asked whether he thought that it would go one way or the other. Infantry going down left and right here. Oh, and that orbital is going to go down too, I think. Yes, it will. That is going to make it incredibly difficult to recover, even if he survives this, which I don't think he will. Stalkers, Zealots, and Immortals all pounding ahead. That bunker gets cut through like a knife through butter. Neutrophil going in for the big kill. And look at these poor SCVs trying to fight the Zealots. Another orbital goes down, and we're going to be seeing GG any second now. 30. Yep. That is GG. Excellent defense by Neutrophil. Both using those Zealot warp ends to defend his main well, he did an excellent job balancing things out with the with defending his natural. All right, they are both going to take stock of what happened. Matheson says Neutrophil demolishes KJ in an electrifying victory. Wowzers. I'm very curious where he gets wowzers from. I remember that from Inspector Gadget. That's about the only thing I associate that expression with. Next map will be on the bizarre Neo-Humanity. Let's show off the maps for a moment. Heading to the lobby now for round 2. Neutrophil is ready. Freedom is ready. Practicing, making sure I remember to switch back to the game after running that little animation. And here we go, Neo-Humanity. The map with the gold mineral walls and the, well, all kinds of weird stuff in the middle. GLHF, HFGL. In the upper left, we have the Yellow Terran. And his name is...
KJ Freedom.
And his opponent, up one map, he is the Pink Protoss. His name is...
Neutrophil.
And away we go. This weird little map has a slow zone in the middle, surrounded by destructible rocks and also collapsible towers. So sometimes you want to just take a detour around there, sometimes not so much. This time KJ does, well, I was just going to say, he does convince the probe not to get into the main. But I don't know, what is Neutrophil up to right now? Previous game, he was making quite the nuisance of himself in KJ's main. SCV versus Probe. They both get some damage in. Keep in mind, after being out of combat for just a little bit, that Probe will start to recover shields, whereas an SCV, it has more health to begin with, but in order to recover any of it, needs either a medevac or the help of another SCV, because SCVs count as both mechanical and bio. Can it show that? Nope. Does not show that in this view. And here we go. Here's that obnoxious little probe that we were seeing exhibited last time. And I want to see if he can get another kill. Oh, the probe goes away. Oh, and all this time, while he was trying to cause that distraction, he was also distracting himself. There is an engineering bay that was partially built. The Zealot makes quick work of it, though. And the natural goes down for Neutrophil, the Neutro Natural. So far, aside from the little attempts to slow down each other's naturals and workers, it's going pretty standard. KJ is making a factory already. And where is it? Oh, there it is. So, yeah, here's a bit of divergence. KJ likes to do this. He builds a factory here, makes a couple mines out of it, and then further up the side of the map, he will build a starport, which will create a medevac, which will pick up a couple Widow mines on the way to the enemy base. I do see that there is a Zealot looking around. Interestingly enough, not the classic skin for the Zealot. Not sure if KJ has the classic skin, Brood War skin for the Marines or not. I'm very curious about that now. You know, the Brood War stuff was interesting. They managed to get 4 of them out, basically, before they just stopped making new content. Oh, will they be... They prevent the command center from being completed, as well as preventing the bunker from being completed. SCVs are rushing down. The factory and the starport are not in the main, so the only things he can create right now are Marines. Lots of SCVs going down. To answer my question, I believe those are the Brood War Marine skins. That was a lot of trouble to cause. 7 SCVs down. That's something you want to deal with right now, so... When this Widow Mine drop does hit, it's going to have to do some good damage, but... Fortunately, Widow Mines, you set them down, you can leave them. And once again, taking frustrations out on the unbuildable plate. Poor thing didn't stand a chance. I was playing some Super Mario 64 fairly recently, and there's the Womp King who, throws this big tantrum about how people are always stepping on brick guys. Ooh, still waiting for, I guess, one more for the medevac, and then one that he's just gonna walk somewhere. Neutrophil knows KJ Freedom very well. He has a number of stalkers on patrol here. Here. Yeah, he never actually scouted that. He just knows that this is a likelihood. Peeks forward, boosts. I think he is, yeah, he's at least going to get some of those Widow Mines out. Oh, probes have to run for it. Only one probe killed, and the medevac goes down. He does have to clean up the rest of these. He does, because he had the observer ready. I think he was expecting just this to happen. And KJ, who took some early damage, he did not accomplish what he wanted to with that drop. He might be getting ready to try again. Meanwhile, though, Neutrophil is on his way. He will be crawling through that slow zone and going on the offensive yet again. We'll see if he can focus down that bunker again. Well, last time he didn't focus it down. He just stopped completing. Still, there is a Raven here, so there's room to tip the scales in the Marine favor. Yep, there goes an auto turret for some extra blasting. Now, if KJ does do this again, he might not have stalkers patrolling there. He does have a photon cannon. So I think he knows that that KJ Freedom has not given up on this strategy yet. There's one SCV there to repair the bunker, repair the Raven as needed. And there's a Widow Mine. Both there to attack SCVs, but also to make that third unbuildable. If Neutrophil wants to, he can mine through that gold and take a different third. I'm guessing he's probably just going to want to clean up. Alright, both of them moving at about the same time. Neutrophil blinks up. KJ takes a little bit of a detour. He's just taking the third. Alright, those stalkers doing more damage and ready to blink away and make their escape. Here comes the medevac. Now, photon cannons, they fire fairly slowly. Neutrophil is quick to get his probes out of there. Loses only 3 of them. Still not as many as you might fear. Also has to... Oh, look at the friendly fire on that medevac. So yeah, there are a lot of mines to clean up here. I know that mines are a very popular thing to complain about. Ooh. Alright, here they come, the stalkers. KJ Freedom does have an armory, so they will remain invisible. Ooh, all the stuff on their way back. Observer, which does not have the speed upgrade, was further slowed by that slow zone. Neutrophil deciding to just take his 4th before his 3rd. And here we go. Freedom is definitely causing... Oh, no! 5 more probes down. So, yep. Battle of attrition. Gradually, that Widowmine strategy started paying off. I don't think things will go quite as well for this. Nope. Medevac goes down. He does drop the mine, but gets eliminated before it actually fires one of its, missile things. I know mines, traditionally, and including the old spider mines, are supposed to explode themselves, but instead it's kind of more of a missile. Neutrophil has +1 armor. Oh, and look at these SCVs. I don't know, maybe they were there to soak damage, or maybe he was going... Yeah, he is going to really try to push on this. The SCVs can do some extra damage, and also, even more importantly, you might say, they can absorb a lot of damage that the Marines don't have to take. Here come a couple of Widow Mines. The Widow Mines and the Raven got ahead of the army. Some of those go down pretty quickly. That's not good. And Neutrophil making sure he's ready to intercept. Stim pack is just about to complete, so this is a bit of a timing attack. So he will stem forward. The boys are pulled. The boys are with him. And here we go. Zealots moving in. And we have, we've got Stalkers with 1 Immortal in the front, ready to activate its barrier. We're going to have to see whether he can and whether he decides to defend this expansion. It will set him back because he does not have anything as third position. I think, I don't know. Does KJ want to finish that off, or does he want to run for it? He finishes it off. That's the heavy cost, though. That was 30 SCVs that got brought along for the journey, and all paid for it. Here. Yeah. 20... Oh, okay. Neutrophil has taken the series. That was very much an all-in. Neutrophil might have lost that... might have lost the... Nexus, but he definitely ended up ahead. And let us go in for our post-match interview. Alright, intense fighting. Neutrophil, you were right. We did not get a chance to go to that third map.
I was actually calling a third game. But...
Oh, yeah, okay. You were wrong. I don't know. I don't know if you're ashamed enough about that you're not taking any pride from that 2-0 victory, but, you know, you managed to get one thing down. I gotta say, the two of you, as we said, known each other for a good 18 years, you were very, very much anticipating that Widowmine drop. Is that just based on experience, or did you notice that the factory and starport weren't in the main...
I saw the armory in the back.
Yeah. The invisible Widow Mines. And then, yeah, we ended up going for an all-in. Didn't pay off quite enough, even if he sniped the Nexus. I gotta say, KJ, you did manage to be incredibly destructive and annoying with those Widow Mines over time. That was a whole trail of them he had hidden there.
Yeah, it was off a bad start. It should be a lot better, but for some reason my Reaper died, and that caused everything to fall apart because I couldn't get my expansion set up. So from there, I was just way behind, but I was able to come back a little bit with the mines. But then something else happened. I was like, forget it. This is not gonna work. Let's just
some of your mines, and then in that all-in, some of your mines, and especially the Raven, ended up getting a little bit too far ahead of the rest of the army. Neutrophil, you definitely were pretty good at sniping things, especially with that blink play.
Thank you. Yeah, I do like grabbing the blink before charge. I think it's just a lot more microable.
And then, and that also definitely gave you something you were able to do against the Mass Reaper the first game, too. You know, once you were able to chase them down, I think you really got a good spot there where I think 2 or 3 of those Reapers ended up stuck between the Stalkers and a Vesper Geyser. So, Yeah, there were a lot of things that could have gone either way. I think in the end, the terrain of those maps just ended up working against you, KJ. In just a couple random, but very important spots.
Yeah, I don't think I played my best. I wanted to play best, so that's the frustrating part.
Yeah.
I played pretty terribly from the start. I mean, I
Oh.
think I might have got messed up by that stupid inability to change my hotkeys. So the
Yeah,
first
that-
game is a throwaway because I
That
could
could make
not
quite the
change.
difference.
Yeah, because I couldn't lift anything properly. I was like, all right, game one is a wash. Like, forget it.
And also
Then
game
in
one,
two,
game
Yeah.
one, that obnoxious probe that actually killed an SCV.
yeah, because I kept clicking the wrong command. Again,
Okay.
it goes back to the hotkey.
Yeah.
I kept going to the wrong probe, and I was like, oh, it's killing me. And then after a while, I decided, let me change this. But you can't change your hotkeys and load the new one because you can't tell what folder to go to, and you don't have that ability to do that.
Are you on a
So
different
then-
computer than usual?
I don't know. My stuff just disappeared. Battle.net
Okay.
is weird like that sometimes, So
That it is.
it just disappeared. So game one, I was like, whatever. And then game two was, I had a good plan there, but it's all dependent on the Reaper not dying too fast. And it did die too fast, which, everything goes downhill from there. So
Neutrophil, would you recommend that people get a nice track and field warm-up before their heavy-duty competitive games?
No, because I'm
No?
really tired right now.
Okay. Well, if you are really tired, we can probably call it a night. I am looking forward to the matches Friday. Also looking forward to sharing our setup as far as the playoff brackets go, and maybe even what our plans are for how we're going to handle those broadcasts. Tease.
nice.
All right. Thank you both
You
for
done with the
playing.
broadcast? No replays then? Is that what you're saying?
No, the replays aren't quite ready. We've actually, I think, got a
Okay.
couple that are supposedly going to be recorded tomorrow. We shall
Got it.
see, but I've been rolling with it. And we also scheduled an extra day, November 3rd, for pretty much exclusively matches that had to be rescheduled. So hopefully we can make that work. That is also the day of BlizzCon, so I'm sure I will open that with some thoughts about whatever gets announced. And of course, what doesn't. So I will see you all Friday. GG, everyone.